Hi everyone, welcome back to vBlox TV, where Roblox lovers play together. I'm Toto, and I know it's been a long time since I've done any content for the channel. I was pretty occupied towards the latter part of last year, and this year I just got hit with COVID. I'm still trying to get over that, and I'm still kind of struggling with a little bit of cough. And so if by any chance I cough into the video, I'll try to clip it out as best as I can, but if there's any residual, please forgive me. Well, anyway, today's content, I'm gonna be showing you how to level up so fast, and I'm gonna show you by bringing up a different batch of ults that we have. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the secret to level up from level 1 to 110 the quickest is really wave defense. There's no faster way to do it. You are constantly getting mobs and boss to kill, and you don't really have to run in between the mazes of all the dungeons to get to them. So time-wise, it's really effective, and you know how I am with effectiveness and efficiency. I want to do it as fast as possible. So here, usually what I want to do in these wave defenses, I want to have 4 players high level enough to stand guard of the Coliseum gates. And so when the mobs spawn, we will instantaneously kill them. And on the 5th wave, we will either have the 5th person already stand guard in the middle to get the boss, or one of the players just run up and take care of the boss itself. And since I want to optimize the number of ults that I'm bringing with me today, along with the limited number of devices I have, so I'm only bringing 4, the carry series 1 to 6, and myself, Toto. And then every 5th level, I'm just going to run towards the mid and take out the boss, so it's not too crazy. So that way I can bring in another ult. As for the ults, I will be bringing 7 of them total, the 05, the 20 through 25. And the 05, as you remember, we actually had an ult carrying session last round open to the public. And it's supposed to be from 1 through 8, but the 5 got left behind due to all the teleport failures, and so I'm kind of like bringing it now so we can bridge in that missing gap between the 4 and the 6. Everyone's like, what happened to the 5 TV? And TV will be like, So we're gonna actually fill in that missing gap, and then it is already at level 42, as you can see, because I tinkered with it a little bit, and then all the other ults are starting at level 1. So watch on. Do remember that while I'm doing this, we still have the 2x experience, and so it's a little bit faster for the lower level all the way up until Orbital Outpost. I initially started out using Aquatic Smite to get the mobs, but then Aquatic Smite is a single smite and it's instant kill. It doesn't kill over time. So if I happen to cast it prematurely before all the mobs actually spawn at the gate, then I have to wait for the cooldown to recast it. And so eventually I switch over to the pulse wave, and because it's casted out in 4 or 5 bursts, so one of those bursts is surely going to get the mob as they converge onto me. If you're a warrior, make sure you use arrow rain, because these damage over time DOT spells like the pulse wave give you a little bit of a speed boost. Before every 5th game, you can actually start charging in towards the middle to take care of that boss in case you don't have 5 players guarding the Coliseum total. The other thing that I want to avoid is spinning my camera too much, because you know it makes me dizzy if the camera angle keep on getting switched all the time, and so that's why I don't want to turn around to cast my Aquatic Smite and then turn back to get the boss. It would have been more efficient, but just this camera changes, I don't like it too much. I get dizzy, and so that's why I actually like to stay in this position, looking out towards the Coliseum, seeing what's going on with the rest of the gates and what's in the middle. And of course, I oftentimes forget, you know, on the 5th, every 5th wave is a boss, so I have to run in, so it gets mundane and you forget. But here, if you're really high level and doing this, the plus side of this is that you won't get a lot of trash to clutter your inventory, because you're only getting 1 item per 15 waves. I don't like trash. And I don't like clutterness in my inventory, and I have to repeat that do not ask me to trade or ask me for items because I do not keep them. I like cleanliness, I like orderliness, and I'm very structured, and so I clean all my inventory all the time of the things that I don't need. The good things that I can pass on, I will pass on to friends and usually give them to TV because he's our, go-to trader for our team, and so he would always be constantly upgrading our gear. So he'd be the man if you actually need items trade. But word of warning, he does not like to downgrade his items. When you're high level, you don't want to trade your purple for blue, for green, because what are you going to do with them? They're just going to turn out to be money, right? And there's nothing that we want to do with money because we have so many alts to get money and items already. So that's why if you're trading with TV, make sure that you come in with something that would benefit both parties. So for Desert Temple, the easiest of all the dungeon we have, being the first, you basically have the various difficulty levels splitting up to easy, medium, hard, insane, and nightmare, and the level requirement for that is 1, 6, 12, 20, and 27 respectively. So usually if I were to run this without the 2 times EXP, I might actually combine the easy and the medium together because I have so many ults and leaving the dungeon and coming back. It takes a lot of time to rejoin, or make it rejoin and do all that. And so since the experience gain is so fast here, I might as well just carry them to however high that I need to. So we'll see. I forget how high I got them to before I reset them all. And since I'm the nicer version of TV, usually I would set these games to public, and so whoever can join and be carried if they needed to. So here we have Preston Plays 221456 joining us. He's level 86. So apparently he's coming along to help. So a special shout out for Preston Plays 221456. Thank you. So another 8 minutes went by and we reached wave 59 where all the ults finally reached level 20, which is another bracket to move up to a different difficulty mode. However, I did not notice that. What I should have done is let the boss kill off all of the ults and reset just the big guns. But I didn't notice that, so I actually killed off the big boss. So I would have to slowly reset all my ults one at a time. And that's what I did while I'm resetting my ults. Since I'm doing it solo, I'm just doing the little ones first, so that if any mobs were to appear at the gate, the carrier can just off them and the ult would get a little bit more experience in the process of resetting. Well, that pretty much wrapped up the very first episode of how to level up really fast the old edition for us. Thank you for tuning in, and do leave a lot of subscribe, because they're free and you can always undo them later. Meanwhile, there's always going to be a legendary giveaway on our stream, every single stream that we will be doing. Usually it tends to be on the weekend, so don't forget to tune in. Feel free to leave comments as to if you can have other tips and tricks to run these alts or level up faster in any way. We will be happy to incorporate it in our future videos. Thanks a lot, everyone, and as usual, stay safe, stay home, and play Roblox with us. Take care, everyone.